purchase questions, I'm going to go ahead and get started with whatever topics Spirit is wanting me to talk about right now. So, let's see what we got. You have blamed yourself for too long. It is time to see others' actions are not your fault. You can't make choices for anyone but you. If you don't like your choices, then you change them. Don't self-blame. If you are dealing with others who hurt you with their choices, walk away. No more self-sabotaging. And we also have, don't allow others to drag you down. Rise above. Step into your power. Walk always speaks louder than talk. Walk your walk. Be so busy that you don't hear the talk. People may be envious of you, and their only weapon is trying to tear you down in whatever way that they can. But you are strong and you are protected. They can't touch you or your reputation. Hi. So far we got place the blame where it belongs and walk away. No more self-sabotaging. If you don't like the choices in your life, then make new choices and don't allow others to drag you down with them. Walk speaks louder than talk, and if they're spending all their time talking about you, they're not doing much walking, so your walk is going to be felt and seen and acknowledged more. Manifestation. Open your eyes and you will see everything to set you free. You have it all with you now, so pull it out and take a bow. No more waiting for the day or looking for another way. You have all you need inside. Sit back and enjoy the ebb and flow of the tide. So, you're working on manifesting, and sometimes it's a very long, slow, and steady process. It doesn't just happen magically overnight, contrary to what some people may think. It does take some time to manifest, so it takes patience as well and commitment, and it takes being able to keep your thoughts in a positive way and being able to ignore the hate coming your way from other people. So let's see what we have to go with this. We have the Page of Swords. Yeah, you definitely have a lot of people watching you and talking about you. That's exactly what I was going to say, was talking about you. So you have a lot of people watching you, talking about you. There may be a lot of lies and gossip going on. People are trying to win by competing with you, but all that is doing is leaving them alone and standing there holding everything that they thought they wanted so badly, watching everybody that they love walk away. This is so that they can go in and learn from the actions they made. And this is also so that you are definitely working on creating something in your life that is very substantial. You've been working very hard and you've been working on your own goals. You pulled yourself back from doing everything for everyone else, and you have started to see that you have a lot of options and opportunities in front of you. And if they haven't popped up yet, they're about to pop up in your life. Hi. And so, yeah, you might need to take some time away from the crowd to really think about what's going on and reflect on what's going on within you so that any of this stuff does not hurt you or come at you in a personal way. Sometimes we can take these things very personally and they can really hit our heart, but don't allow these things to hurt you in that way. Make sure that you are not paying too much attention to the gossip or the lies or the competition of other people around you. People see you rising and you might be dealing with some jealousy, and that jealousy and the actions that they take in that is going to leave them standing here alone while everybody's walking away. And that's all that really does. So make sure that you're just not involving yourself with that. You have blamed yourself for too long. It is time to see that others' actions are not your fault. You can't make choices for anyone but you. If you don't like the choices that you have made, then change them. Don't self-blame. If you are dealing with others who hurt you with their choices, then walk away. No more self-sabotaging. So that fits very well with that. We have the Phoenix and we have the Firefly. Your rise back to power after people tried to knock you down in the dirt is going to be an inspiration for everyone around you. You're rising back up from the ashes. You are just this light in the dark for others, and it really is inspiring them to take the same path as you, to pull back their energy from people that are not giving to them in a positive way, and to stop focusing on all the fights, all the chaos, all the drama, all the gossip, and to end all the lies, because I feel like there have been a lot of lies that have been told about you from people that have been watching you that really have no idea who you really even are. And a lot of this is just because they're competing with you and they're projecting their own crap on you, and you're really just not focused on that. And if you are focused on that, pull your focus back from that so that you can really see all the options that you have in front of you, all the opportunities that you have in front of you. And yeah, sometimes all the opportunities aren't great, but the nice part about having all these options in front of you is that you have many different choices. So if you choose one and it happens to be a snake in a cup here, which, you know what, I love snakes, but snakes for a lot of people represent something bad. If it turns out to be a snake, then you can still walk away from that cup and go find a different cup, and maybe the next cup will be better. And try not to be too upset with yourself for making those choices, and try not to be, because at least you're doing something. Some people sit there and never do anything because they're too afraid to go after anything at all, because they're worried that something bad is going to come out of every corner and around every turn. And so instead of living their life, they're so focused on that. So be proud of yourself for even making choices and going after opportunities. And sometimes, yeah, they do turn out bad, but that's okay. We're not meant to know everything, and we are meant to experience some bad things sometimes so that we can learn and grow from those things. We gain more wisdom, we gain more knowledge, we gain more truth. Yeah, so you could definitely be feeling a little bit like an outsider right now, like nobody's on your side, like you've been shunned and cast away, and really all the truth is going to be coming out in time, and people are going to see what is real and what is not real. And this time that you have alone is so that you can reflect, so you can look inward, so you can get rid of those feelings of being an outsider and just realize that it's okay to be on your own, and that it gives you a chance to work towards your own goals. It gives you a chance to put into yourself as well. Don't allow others to drag you down. Rise above. Step into your power. Walk always speaks louder than talk. Walk your walk and be so busy that you don't hear the people talking. People may be envious of you, and their only weapon is to try to tear you down in whatever way that they can, but you are strong and you are protected, and they can't touch you or your reputation. So that's exactly what that is talking about, is forgetting about all the bullshit and drama that people are trying to start, because they're just trying to start it because they aren't doing anything good in their life and you are. And don't allow that to distract you from doing the good things in your life, because then you'll be sitting in the same boat as them. Bitter and miserable. That's all they are, bitter and miserable. So let's get to the next topic that Spirit wants to talk about until we got questions coming in. You are so shocking. You are bold and fiery. I feel hot every time I am near you. Do you feel it too? Maybe one of us should get some balls and make that first move. Who knows? This could be something amazing. We need to leave expectations for good or bad to come at the door and get to know each other better. Easier said than done, though. Every time you are near, I feel like a schoolboy or schoolgirl. So anxious, butterflies, and a loud, hard heartbeat as well. By the way, I did an attraction reading earlier that's going to be up either sometime tonight or sometime tomorrow. And boy actually came out in that reading. So, yeah, somebody may pick that pile. Anyway, maybe at some point we will be ready for the next step. I hope that it helps you to know I feel this too, instead of wondering if you made the first move. Don't give up too easily. I'm a bit shy. Plus, I love the friendship that we have. It would be hard to put that in jeopardy. So if you're going through a love situation right now, then there is somebody that wants you to know that they feel the same way that you do, but they're just a bit shy and they love the friendship, so they don't want to put that in jeopardy, so they may not be making that first move. And if you made the first move, they would probably enjoy that. It's time to give to you a little bit. Expecting all of your care to come from outside of you is fairly codependent. Ever wonder why you end up in relationships that are codependent and toxic? Look in a mirror. You might be codependent yourself. Is it narcissism you see in your partners, or is it inside of yourself? Doing so much to care for everyone else and expecting another to care for every part of you. It can be seen as selfish or narcissistic, especially if your partner isn't one that you place on a priority list, but you expect them to do so for you. Although I feel most here probably give far too much to a partner, resulting in too much of high expectations. If you loved you, you wouldn't be looking for external validation, and you would know what you expect from others, and so would they. Anything not up to par would fall away in knowing something better was coming in for you. Instead of dreading it, never will. So there could definitely be an energy here of needing to work on yourself, needing to look inside yourself, needing to look around you at the people and what you're seeing in people, and look inside of you and see if that's what you're seeing inside of yourself as well. And working on codependency, working on not ending up in toxic situations and relationships because you are busy wanting to do everything for another person or expecting them to do everything for you. That expecting everybody to mind read thing can come off very toxic and very codependent. When you are feeling confident and strong in yourself, you don't mind telling somebody, hey, this is what I expect from this situation. Do you got this? And if they don't got that and they don't want to be doing that, then you go, okay, that's cool. I will move on because this is not the situation for me. And vice versa. And you would also be able to, because from this first one, it's like you and another person are really wanting to reach out and wanting to tell each other how you feel, but you have butterflies in your stomach, you're nervous, you're anxious, you have a really good friendship, you don't want to hurt that friendship. If you had a strong enough friendship, then if somebody fell in love with the other person and it wasn't reciprocated, you could still keep the friendship because that person would not be so codependent and toxic that they need their love validated. They would be okay with the fact that, hey, this person doesn't love me that way, and I want to have a person that does love me the way that I love them, so that's okay. And I would love to keep this friendship still because I wasn't just here to have a relationship with you. I was here because I enjoyed your partnership, your friendship, and the fun that we have together. And everybody would be okay with expressing themselves. We have the deer. We have the cheetah. Ooh. We have the mouse and we have the tarantula. So part of your life purpose is being able to be driven and motivated, being able to take action to go after what you want, being able to observe things without being so nervous and anxious, without having to pick it all apart and be very nitpicky in what you are doing or what other people are doing. Just being able to go with the flow and enjoy the situation, being able to have the courage to face things that may not work out the way that you want them to, and then trusting that if they didn't work out that way, they weren't meant to. So you're being asked to be very observant here, to be patient, and to really be okay with things coming out the way that they come out, instead of feeling like you need to control the situation, or instead of feeling like you want to run away from the situation, to go after what you want and to not be so nervous about it. And to know and trust that what is meant for you will be for you. Ace of Cups, Six of Cups, and the Ten of Pentacles. Self-love is the biggest part of having a loving relationship that is an equal give and take in that love. The love you put out should be coming back to you. And if you love yourself enough, then you would not be in situations where that love was not coming back to you. So if you keep finding yourself in toxic situations, then you really need to work on loving yourself enough to be able to express what your true opinion is, what you truly want, what you truly feel in a situation, and so that you will be able to pour love on a situation without being worried about whether or not somebody's going to pour that love onto you as well. To know that it is your destiny and your purpose to have love and to have a strong, stable, solid, long-lasting connection and commitment come into your life. But it can't happen if you are feeling in this energy of needing to hold on to things or needing to control things, or of not expressing your truth and your honesty about your emotions or what you want or what you need or what you expect in a give and take in a relationship. Because in order to be able to put those things out there, then you can't be worried about losing the situation. When you're worried about losing a situation, it keeps you from expressing your truth, because you're worried that if you say what you truly want or truly need, that person won't be there at the end of the day. Friendliness, trust, and get centered. So you're being asked to meditate or to really just get centered, get grounded, to get out of this fear-based energy, the anxiety, the worry, the distrust of the situations that you're entering into, and to just be able to put that trust out there. Look at this little mouse. It's reminding me of this other mouse, but he's sitting there on that stick above sharks, and he doesn't look worried at all. And neither does this guy who's blindfolded, not worried at all. I trust that everything will be okay in the end, partly because I simply know in my gut, but also because it's way more fun to live with trust and confidence than to be a defensive wiener. And that's the other thing. You get very defensive, you get very passive aggressive, you get very nitpicky, things like that. When you're worried about things, you start overthinking things, you start questioning every little detail at every turn. And when you find that centered, peaceful, grounded, calm state, then you can listen to your intuition better. Even she has her eyes closed as well. She's listening to her intuition and trusting what that says, and not worried about the outside and what's going on around her. Friendliness. Whenever I smile, I make someone's day better. What a cool way to buy happiness for free. Today, I will remember what an awesome power I hold, and I'll take joy in improving lives simply by giving away grins like crazy. Note, in a pinch, money will also work. Have you ever noticed how when you walk in a room and it's really dull and gray and dreary, and you make a joke and then everybody starts laughing, everything really, the vibes go up. You can make the vibes go up with a simple smile, with a simple joke, with a simple laugh, with some high vibrational music. You can raise those vibes, spread that happiness, spread that joy, spread that positivity, and all of that will come back to you in spades. When you're busy being worried and feeling like you have to protect your heart and keep it safe, then you are not giving away that love, which means that love is not coming back to you either. So in order to get that love coming back to you and that flow going again, you can't block that flow by not being in it and not being a part of it. If you feel unloved, look at yourself and decide, am I giving out love? If you're not giving out love, start giving out love, and you might start feeling it coming back too. And you'll be amazed. You will start feeling it come back, and you'll be amazed. I've been through this myself. It can get pretty cold in this world when your heart is cold and on ice. So when you melt that heart, it gets really warm in this world too, because what you put out does come back to you. So that's what I have for that message. And we are going to pull some more messages until we have some people on here looking for questions. So, and if you guys wanted to be able to donate or get a question, my Cash App and PayPal are both in the description box below. So let's see what we got here. I sometimes find it hard to connect intimately and emotionally with others. Past scars from neglect and heartbreak caused by blind love causes me to hold back. This is very close to the last message we had too. I accept part of myself, the part that is considered emotionally unavailable to others, the part that others cling to because their insecurities are triggered by my heart protection mode. Healing heartbreak by acknowledging love of a person who hurt me immensely, and forgiveness of those crimes as seen in a different light by the eyes of another hurt person will allow me to be able to move forward. The only way to heal is a glance in the mirror without self-hate or denial, and also seeing others as a mirror and healing the hate that I have for others. So like I was saying a little while ago, when you are judging others, take a moment to look in the mirror and see if you see those same things in yourself. And don't judge yourself for them. just like you don't judge others for them. Forgive yourself, forgive them, and then work to change the things that you are not super loving. That's how you connect to your dark side and integrate your dark side into your being, so that you're not denying it and it's not coming out in those nasty ways. And it happens to everybody sometimes. Nobody is perfect, and anybody who wants to try to claim that they are perfect is generally a very self-righteous person who makes everybody around them feel miserable and like shit and like a failure. That's why we can't judge others, and that's why we need to look at ourselves and heal those things that are going on in ourselves, is so we don't come off as a self-righteous judgmental asshole. Really, trying to buy someone is the biggest red flag for me anymore, or even thinking that I could be bought. Don't sell yourself short. You could do it on your own if you had to. Hard? Yes. Worth it? Worth every second of misery. Because it's much more miserable when you got somebody thinking they own you because they have control of the money around you. So, you know what? If people are dealing with people who think that they can buy them, I was actually just talking about this earlier this afternoon with somebody else. You know, I think a lot of it has to do with my mom and the way she handled things, because she was a cocktail waitress for a long time, for about 20 years. And she dealt with a lot of assholes thinking that simply because she was a cocktail waitress in these tiny little outfits they made them wear too, that just gave them free reign to do whatever the hell they wanted to them, and that they could just hand them their hotel room keys and some money and expect them to come up later that night. And you know what? Generally, she did not tolerate that at all. Most of the time, she was actually very mean to them when they did that. And who cares at that point, you know? They're being mean just by suggesting that. That simply because you're a cocktail waitress, now all of a sudden you're a whore. You must be a whore, right? If I was a whore, I'd work in a whorehouse, or I'd be standing on the corner outside holding a sign or some shit. I mean, come on. But I actually had one guy one time when I was waitressing that grabbed my ass. And I turned around and gave him a look that it was probably the same look his mom had gave him 500 times for his stupid bullshit. And instantly, his head went down in his lap, and he spent the rest of the entire night apologizing every time I came to the table, and his head never left his lap because he was that ashamed of himself from one look. And you know what? That's the way you need to be with people. If they think that they can buy you, no, thank you. Get the fuck out of my face. I can take care of myself, and I don't need your bullshit. Grape apes and pink panthers. Is that all there is? Some are even a mix of the two. It seems like everyone I meet romantically is either a sneaky, sleuthing detective great at lying and cheating, or a gaslighting shapeshifter bully who is great at acting, lying, and cheating. I remember the good things about them now. I release the past. I have learned a lot now, and it is time for new. It's time for everything to pick up pace. Don't be scared now. It is time, and you are ready for it. Hitting it big, and there's no stop in sight. You have thrown down your sword and picked up your faith. This faith is changing your life. This was the final test. All that you have been waiting for is here. It's time to speak your truth fully and to share your story. So if you have been through a lot of negative cycles and a lot of toxic things, and you are working your way out of those cycles and coming to a complete 360 turn around, and everything's changing in your life, it's time to really go back and examine exactly how you got here, and to tell other people about it so that you can help other people find their way out of that as well. Breaking cycles and chains, letting go of karmic attachments, shedding the old skin, and embracing the new wisdom that you have found. Elephants never forget, so it's time to go over the past. It's not good to live in the past, it's not good to live in the future, but it is good to go over the past and to look at it again from your new wise position and standpoint. It's a great thing to go over the past and look at it again with your new wise eyes, because that helps you to gain new insight, new inspiration, new understanding of what you went through and how you got where you are, how you gained the stability that you gained that you wouldn't have had without all the negative things that you did go through. We have the Queen of Swords, the Chariot, and the Ace of Swords. So yeah, once again, you have changed all of these cycles in the past, or you are currently shedding that old skin and coming into this new way of being. And now you are being asked to take action, going forward, embracing both your light and your shadow side, expressing the truth about everything that you hold within yourself and everything that you have gone through and how you made it out the other side, how you learned to set those boundaries and what those boundaries look like, what that respect for yourself looks like, and why it's a good thing to be doing it, why others should be doing it, without being judgmental of the way that they are or the things that they are choosing to do in their life, but at the same time telling them why there is a better way that makes them feel better and do better in their lives. No more trying to look the perfect part. No more trying to feel like you need to be in a box of perfection, but really examining yourself and seeing the flaws and the cracks and noticing how beautiful they are, because everything that makes you up is beautiful. Every single bit of it, every single part of it, and you are going to do a much better job. A lot of you may actually deal with a lot of children, and you're going to do a lot better of a job dealing with those children and helping them learn and grow and understand things by showing them the truth and the reality, not by painting a pretty picture that's false and fake and perfect, because this world is not false and fake and perfect, and nobody is perfect. Like I was saying a little while ago, nobody is perfect. The only people who are the people who appear perfect and want to put on this show of being perfect generally are very self-righteous, very judgmental, very harsh and cruel and overly critical, and it's not cool. They have a lot wrong with them too. That's what's wrong with them, is they're judgmental, harsh, cruel, overly critical, and just constantly picking apart everybody they come into contact with. And it's because they're denying the faults inside themselves. They're denying the things about themselves that are not up to par. Instead of working on those things, they deny them, and then they talk about everybody else's flaws because they don't want anybody looking at their flaws. So it's coming to an end of a cycle on anything like that in your life, and you're really learning how to express your truth, speak your truth, be yourself, and accept yourself fully as you are, both light and shadow side, so that you can go forward in a grounded way, following your intuition towards your happiness and what truly means the most to you. Hi guys. I noticed there's a few more of you on here. So this message is done, and we're going to move on to another message until there's somebody who wants to buy a question or donate to. Both my PayPal and Cash App are down there if you guys are interested in that. And let's get to the next question, or the next message that Spirit wants to have come out. You can be happy with very little and sometimes miserable with a lot. Happiness is found in the little things, the peace of a sunset, your pets, your kids, your family, your friends. That is what is truly important in this world. Wanting for more is not wrong, but remember to be grateful for now first. Remember what is most important to you. It's a big dream and a great thing to want more in your life. And at the same time, you could sit on a mountain of gold and be completely miserable. You could have all the money in the world to travel wherever you want, do whatever you want, enjoy whatever you want, and you can still be miserable. And you can have absolutely not one penny in your pocket and still be happy just sitting around a campfire with a couple other people who have no pennies in their pockets too. So remember what is most important to you. I've spent a lot of time sitting like that over the last 2 years, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's a lot of people who want to convince you that broke people are just losers and you shouldn't have them in your life because you want people with money. No, it's not just people with money that are good. There's plenty of people in this world that are good without money, and there's plenty of people in this world that are evil with money. I've found both types when it comes to dating. I've found broke people that are assholes and people with money that are assholes. It comes in all forms, shapes, and sizes. Manifestations. It's not something you do in the blink of an eye. I was just talking about this earlier. I love that this message came out. It's not like a magician in a movie. The magician was a balance of mind, body, heart, and soul. He is practical. He or she is practical, plans, works hard, and makes decisions, then acts on them decisively. They are solid and committed to their goals. They put their passions and emotions all in the works. The creator creates, but it is through a rigorous process of mastering those abilities and putting them to use. They also use imagination, mind's eye, and intuitive abilities. They are patient, yet determined and motivated. They not only go after the opportunities, but also create them. They work smart and hard. It won't be overnight. It will take patience, trust, perseverance, and faith. Give your creations time. After all, the journey is the best part. And what we were just talking about you can be you can be happy with very little, and you can be happy with a lot, or you can be miserable either way. That's the whole thing too. Be patient with the process, be patient with the journey, and know that you are happy even with nothing right at the moment. While you are creating, you're happy too. You don't have to be happy just when your creations come into fruition, but be happy while you are creating them as well. And that will actually bear much better fruit than being miserable when you're trying to create. No one is perfect, but all are amazing. It's all in how we use our gifts. I might judge others too harshly at points because of self-judgment. Look within to heal without. That seems like a very steady theme of this reading. I love how Spirit always ends up making it all blend together on my lives. Our internal, anyway, look within to heal without, or internal for external. It's time to look at and acknowledge the shadow. Unconditional love is knowing that we all have both, every one of us. In doing so, it does not control us anymore, and we can see our triggers and what comes from them. We can also decide where we direct those gifts and what intentions they work towards. Every gift has a curse side. Manipulation can also be seen as charisma, for example. One sounds awful and the other sounds good, but they are both two sides of the same coin. Then again, some evil people had a lot of charisma, and these days it's just classified as manipulation in those cases. But when acknowledged and healed and forgiven, it can be used in amazing ways for really good things and amazing changes in the world, but only if you can decide to cast away the guilt over not so good things instead of trying to throw out all of your gifts believing that they are evil. Because when you're dealing with very manipulative people and then you look in the mirror and go, oh, this looks like manipulation, what I'm doing looks like manipulation too, but you're using it in a good way, that's not manipulation, that's charisma. If you want to go by what people would call it anyway, that's charisma. 9 of Cups, 2 of Wands, Knight of Cups, and Queen of Cups. So you're going through a lot of learning, a lot of growth. You're really understanding your emotions more, really understanding what you love more, understanding the emotional manipulation of others and why it was caused as well, what was going on behind that. You're really learning how to wear your heart on your sleeve again, learning how to forgive what has happened in the past and what has happened with others, learning how to forgive yourself for anything that you may have done when you were a little more emotionally immature as well. And you're really starting to come into this just compassionate, empathetic, loving, intuitive, emotional energy again, where your heart may have been on ice for a very long time. And now it's starting to warm up again. You're starting to see that you have the world in your hands and you can really go whatever direction you want to go. You can make your dreams and wishes come true, but you also cannot place things on a pedestal and believe that they're going to be perfect. Nothing is ever going to be perfect, but things can be fucking amazing if we're not constantly focused on the flaws. And that includes ourselves as well. Patience and perseverance. Congratulations, you have been granted more patience. You may start using it right away or much, much later. Waiting a long time is the sort of option that is now afforded to you by greater patience. Can you believe it? Look at this. You're still reading and you haven't started getting annoyed yet. Imagine how this patience will transform your lives. Imagine how easy it will be to go to the post office. Or the DMV. The DMV is usually... I went to the DMV the other day, though, and there was not a soul in there. I was in and out in under 5 minutes. That was crazy. Perseverance. It seems like you're on a massive journey right now, and this card has arrived to remind you that you will reach the other side. The mountain that you're climbing is huge and formidable, but so is your ability to climb it. You don't need to enjoy it, you just need to tackle it. Complain if it makes the job easier, blow off steam. You think mountain climbers get to the top of Everest on inspirational quotes alone? No way. They're grunting and crying and cursing like freaking pirates. That just doesn't sell a lot of posters. Do you know how many times I've been on my knees crying in the last couple years? Fuck. It happens to everybody. What you do when it happens is what matters most. Do you get back up again and do you still continue to fight and move forward? Or do you give up simply because it's too hard? That's what you need to look at, is how do you respond in those situations? Not whether or not you have those situations, because everybody has those situations. Everybody has those moments of panic, or those moments of depression, or those moments of sadness and loss, or those moments of anger and hurt and frustration or pain. How do you respond in those times? Do you throw everything you've worked hard on away because there was a little upset? Or do you go, okay, it's okay. Take a step back from this. Take a couple deep breaths. I can handle this. I got this. Give yourself that pep talk and tell yourself that you can make it through anything that comes your way. I'm going to see what you're manifesting here through these blessings cards. Wow, 5 of them came out. Successful career, a happy working environment, pay raises, and promotions. Protection, strong, protective magic for the family and for the home. For everything you're working on is protected and will be protected. And you've been working very hard on protecting yourself, on really keeping yourself and your own energies cleansed and cleared of the energies around you, detaching yourself a bit more from other people's wants, needs, and desires so that you can serve theirs, yes, but you can serve yours too. And so that yours do not go on the last of the list, so that you're not in this martyr energy either. Because some of you may have had some martyr energy at some point. Happy love, a joyful, stable partnership, and good friends. Because this emotional maturity brings that in. It brings that harmony in to your emotion and to your emotional connections. That emotional intimacy that's been missing and that emotional depth that's been missing is coming back to the surface because you are really starting to have that compassion, understanding, love, and forgiveness for yourself and for others so that you can cleanse, heal, release, and move forward. Achievement. Win the award, accolade, or contract. So you are definitely going to be winning. You are definitely going to be winning career-wise, love-wise, family-wise. You are going to be on the top of your game and you are coming to life. There definitely could be a renewal of a connection from the past as well, where 2 people have gained that more emotional maturity and worked on the things they needed to work on and then came back together, because the dragonfly is about rebirth and renewal. A lot of times it can represent reconciliations, maybe reconciliations with your family, with your friends, with your partners, things like that. There's going to be really a lot of good relationships going on in your life, and you're going to be connecting to people like you may not have connected with people in a while. You could have definitely been feeling a lack of connection with people for a while, and now that is starting to come back around to doing good and feeling good. So let's see what the next message that Spirit wants to talk about is. And I have a feeling that it's going to blend into this one quite a bit too, because so far they've all kind of went from one step to the next step. It's like walking up a staircase. So we have, I'm a woman. Ah, that's why it was with this one. I'm going to read the other one. There's a poem that was written by somebody named Dark Matter on Facebook. And that's actually what inspired this poem I'm going to read in a minute. But this one is not mine. If I was shot yesterday, would you come see me? Would you then tell me that you needed me? When I opened my eyes, what would I see? I am a man who bleeds, who loves, hurts, and has needs. If I were hit by a car, would you take me home and tend to my scar? I just wonder how far. Or would you have to wait for your laundry to start? I'm a man who bleeds, who loves, hurts, and has needs. If I were dead, would you come lay by my side? Or would you come lay me to rest? Or would lunchtime get in the way? I'm not sure what that says there. What could I have done to pass the test? I am a man who bleeds, who loves, hurts, and has needs. Why am I not enough? Why did I have to call your bluff? Why does your love have to be so rough? I just want to feel loved. Now, the poem I wrote in response to that man's poem, I am a woman. I am a woman who feels and longs, one whose heart holds so many songs, one who has been used and left to bleed. What of my needs? I am a woman who cares for all around, one who when hurt hears no sound, no footsteps approaching to check up on me. No one, really, do they ever see? They walk all over, up and down, behaving like such a clown, ego driving each new day. For their pride, will they ever pay? I am a woman who feels and longs, one whose heart holds so many songs, one who has been used and left to bleed. What of my need? So, looking at things from both sides of a situation, because both parties have something going on and both parties have a grievance. Both parties feel the pain. Both parties feel the hurt. And both parties have something to say about it. And when it comes to a toxic relationship, there is two sides to it. Even when there's an abuser, there's also an enabler. If you stuck around and put up with that abuse, you are the enabler. So there's always two parties who are doing things that are not correct. All we can do is work to heal those things inside of ourselves. We can't make the other person change or heal or grow, but sometimes they do too, just like sometimes we do. I love watching how far you've come. You really make it look easy. I'm sorry that I can't be there for you. I know that you can do this. Keep your head up. Never feel alone. I am always here for you. Happy Thanksgiving. Remember to cherish the things that really matter to you. Show gratitude for all that you have. So, this was actually a lost loved one message that I channeled for a Thanksgiving reading a couple years ago. So, that can mean something to you as well. Somebody on the other side would really like to let you know that they've been watching you and watching over you, and they love you. They love watching you. They love watching your growth. They love watching how easy you make everything look, even if they couldn't accomplish some of the things that you have accomplished. They want to let you know that they are not upset about that. They're not feeling any weird ways about that. They love how much you have accomplished, and be proud of yourself. Don't think that they feel like they are any less in your eyes because they were not able to accomplish those things themselves either. You think so different. Your mind and perceptions are a true treasure. Keep opening up and learning new things. You enjoy learning and you put so much effort into your projects. Your ships will come in. You are somebody who is always able to see the good in every situation. Keep focusing on and believing in the light. Even when it can't readily be seen, it is there to light your path. So keep that hope alive. In the darkest night, the stars in the sky are the hope that the light will return. Oyster. Bringing out the beauty that's in you and knowing that that beauty came from pain, trauma, hurt, all the rough things that you have gone through is where that beauty came from. So if you can't love those rough things you've gone through and you can't love who you are today, that's what that is. If you wouldn't have been through those things, you wouldn't be the person you are today. So loving those things is loving yourself. You may be frustrated by your attempts to help another. Exactly. You cannot make other people change. All you can do is go on with your life, heal yourself, grow yourself, and hope that they decide to follow suit. Silence, secretiveness, concealment of secret beauty. You are developing a pearl of great beauty within your psyche. Your childhood may have allowed you to develop your soul, mind, or spirit to help others. Obstacles must be overcome at this time to get to the pearl within yourself. The pearl represents hope. Have faith and trust that your hard work will be rewarded. I love that it just goes together so well with that last message. See and accept your inner beauty and the hard work that you have done to reach this state. The rest will come in time. Curiosity and creativity will pay off, but it has to get started and grow before being birthed. Fear pulls you from me. My love for you is unconditional even when you're irrational. My love for you is consistent even when you want to quit it. It's hard for me to stand so strong as you figure out it takes so long. My heartbeat races when you are near, a distant drumming, echoing fear. I want to speak so badly to you. Do you feel the same need too? When I am near you, I think I see the same in you as is in me. I hope the waterfall comes crashing down. In your feelings, I would happily drown. I can hold your head in my lap, even if you're opposed to sap. Please, my love, come to me. Please, my love, set yourself free. So, this is reminding me of a lot of different points during this reading right now. Fear may be pulling somebody from you. Somebody, you could have definitely been dealing with a runner of some sort, somebody who had a really hard time opening up emotionally. Instead of looking at what's going on with them, look at what's going on with you and whether or not you might have been doing that in your own ways as well. Because this person too is saying, when I look into your eyes, I wonder if it's the same thing I see in you as is in me. You guys are both doing a lot of the same things. You may be mirroring each other, very much so. And there's a need to heal yourself and worry about what you are doing instead of worrying about whether or not this person is healing and whether or not they're acknowledging you or coming to you and things like that. There's this need to work on yourself instead, and to trust that this person is either going to work on themselves or you are going to run into somebody else who has already done that work once you are done with your work. Knight of Wands, in and out, hot and cold, on and off, Seven of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, and the Nine of Swords. So there could definitely be somebody that wants to offer some sort of commitment, that wants to have some sort of stable connection, a solid new start, that sees this as an opportunity that could really be beneficial to them and you, but they are very indecisive about it. They aren't sure what they want, and a lot of the reason that they aren't sure what they want is because they are not sure whether or not they are good enough for it. They could definitely be somebody who sees themselves as a liar in some sort of way, or as a thief of hearts in some sort of way, or as somebody who has been a player in some sort of way. They are just very afraid, very scared, very worried about whether or not they are going to be able to give you a solid offer, even because they may not be somebody who feels like they're on that level. On target, follow your ideal life path. Sun, the golden energy of the sun brings fame and fortune. The star, the silver energy of the star brings good luck and serendipity. So basically, there's really just a need to go forward towards what you truly want and to know that it's going to pay off, and to understand that sometimes the things that we do want are just not ready and it's not time for it. There could definitely been somebody that may have lied in some sort of way, may have made you an offer and it was a bullshit offer, something like that. Learn from that, grow from that, teach what you have learned as well. Remain poised, remain in this energy of stillness, calmness. Don't allow other people to distract you or throw you off course or derail your progress or the opportunities that are coming into your life, the prosperity that may be coming into your life, by causing you to jump into this fear-based energy or this lower vibrational energy or this fear that you're not good enough for what you want, simply because they didn't want you. If they didn't want you and they walked away from you, it could definitely be something very little to do with you and something more to do with themselves than you. That's the feeling I'm getting from that. So let's see what else we got. What else does Spirit want to talk about during this reading? While nobody's here, I'm going to do something really quick and then I will get back to the reading. and get a drink. Okay. So next message that Spirit wants to talk about. What would love do? Listen to your heart. Your mind can only take you so far if your heart is not involved. Unlock your truest desires within and act on them with confidence. So, it takes a balance of heart and mind to make the best decisions in your life. If you're making your decisions just from your mind, you're going to find an empty, hollow life. If you're making your decisions just from your heart, you're going to find a very emotionally painful, stressful, impulsive, kind of chaotic life going on. So, taking both your heart and your mind to make the decisions is going to be your best route. And asking yourself, what would love do in the situation? And your heart has a hard time sometimes making the best decisions when it comes to what would love do in the situation, because your heart's like, oh, I don't want to be broken. So adding your mind to it is a good thing, but adding too much of your mind and you can start constantly overthinking everything and questioning everything and worrying about everything. So find peace within yourself. Take some time to meditate. Take some time to really understand, to really get quiet and listen to what your heart has to say. Oh, this one is empty. I don't know how an empty one got in there, but I'm pretty sure it came out some other day too, and I apparently forgot to take the empty one out of there. So, we have an empty one. Fall slowly. You fall so fast, you hope it will last. Don't fall into lust. First build some trust. Allow yourself to move slow. Move gracefully and with the flow. Love yourself enough to walk away if they don't treat you okay. Reach for the stars you know you deserve. Speak your truth and have the nerve. Leave expectations at the door, but dream and hope for more. Get to know each other so you can see whether you should stay or you should flee. So before getting too attached to somebody, before getting so overly invested in a situation, make sure that you are getting to know each other first and not just blindly giving your loyalty to the first person who came along. And allow something to build and grow. Allow a friendship to bloom and blossom. And sometimes that friendship does move into something more and sometimes it doesn't. But once you have the friendship, then a lot of times it's not going to destroy the friendship by deciding that you don't want to be together either. Which is nice because then you don't lose the friend. But if you jump into it really super quick and everything blows up, then usually you lose the friend as well as the relationship, which kind of sucks. This actually somewhat came out and was addressed earlier in the reading too. I'm loving how in sync all of it seems to be tonight. Strength. You are hereby declared a strong, resilient warrior of heroic proportions. Enjoy your battles, whatever they are, because you're guaranteed to come through them stronger, brighter, and more compassionate. And based on what I know of mythology, probably with a great six-pack too, and great hair. Positive thinking. In the garden of my mind, I water the good thoughts, and I weed out the bad ones. I throw in forgiveness and empathy seeds by the handful if I want to, and I take a lawnmower patch to that jealousy and resentment patch over there. I am a badass mind gardener. A lawnmower patch, huh? It's asking you to really grow the good thoughts in your mind, to enhance the positivity, the optimism. There's a lot of people who don't think you should live your life with so much optimism. You really need to come back down to reality and be a realist. And you know what? A fair amount of realism is fine. But living your life with absolutely no positivity or joy or hope or imagination, that would be a pretty boring, awful life if you ask me. And then living it in pessimism and resentment and overthinking and bitter energy, that's not very fun either. So there's some rewiring here that would be a good idea to make sure that you are thinking in good ways, positive ways, and to know that you can't control what anyone else is doing or what path they choose to take. All you can do is lead by example and live and let live. Sing more, dance more, have some fun, get out and enjoy life. Show people how it's done. Show people how to raise their vibrations. The way that you raise vibrations. Ooh, I have a high vibes playlist, and it's pretty awesome. There's actually quite a few songs in there that I am really enjoying at the moment. This may help to raise the vibes for you too. But dancing, singing, having fun, really just enjoying life is going to help you to fill in that overthinking time with something productive instead. Creating things, crafting things, diving into art, diving into writing, diving into things that you love doing is really going to bring your vibes up. And you don't have to have a partner to do those things. You can do those things on your own. And a lot of times once you get there and you start doing it, say you go to a place where you're rock climbing and you get there and there's 5 other people there. And yeah, you're feeling a little bit out of place because, oh, they're already friends over there and you're just a lone person. But you know what? Sometimes if you go up and say something, all of a sudden you got some new friends. And sometimes you don't. But you could have those new friends. Now, if you never would have left your house, you never would have got anything. And you never would have even had a chance or an opportunity for it because you sat at home all day thinking, oh, I can't go do that because I don't have a friend or a partner to go do that with. Instead of going out and having a good time anyway. Go out and have a good time anyway. 4 of Swords, 3 of Wands. Thank you so much, Amber Bullock. Are you looking to ask a question? Meditation, reflection, finding that peace within yourself, really resting and taking time for self-care is going to help you with your manifestations as well. You have put in so much work already. The biggest part about the rest of your manifestations, and this is about love. Somebody here is manifesting love, and manifesting that love is going to require you to have positive thinking, to be open to experiences and open to people coming in, open to things being exciting and things paying off, open to all of your hard work paying off. And really knowing that you are creating fertility and abundance in your life by shifting your mindset and your thinking. So let's see. Should you leave your current job? The very first thing that popped in my head is listen to your intuition. But that can be very hard to do sometimes. So let's see. You may have to deal with very bullying. You may have had to deal with very bullying siblings growing up. Of course, they learned it from somewhere. Know that it wasn't your fault. You were just a beautiful swan in the wrong family. But honestly, it was the right family to make you the person that you are. So be grateful that you aren't blind to things similar. It's why you are 10 steps ahead. So you might be dealing with a lot of bullying in your job. And it could be, and even if it's not bullying, you're dealing with something that reminds you of the toxicity of the past that you went through in your current job that you're at. And you are very on point. You know what you're worth. You know what your value is. You are feeling like this current job is something that is not paying off for you, that you're putting in all this hard work, all this effort, and it's like you're in this drought-stricken field here. I don't know if you can see that very well, where all of these coins are broken and crumbling. And he's been putting in all this effort, this time, this patience, this persistence, this dedication and drive and commitment. And he's not getting any payoff or return for the value that he is adding. You are somebody who is very valuable, somebody who is very committed, somebody who's very loyal, somebody who's very honest, filled with integrity, stable, strong, caring, nurturing. And this job is not the right job for you. And you know that. You know the truth of that you definitely deserve better, you deserve more, and your efforts would be better appreciated somewhere else is what I'm feeling like. Definitely better appreciated somewhere else. Triple spiral, listening to divine wisdom and joyfully learning life's lessons. Realizing that you went through this for a purpose, so that you could come to that truth and that realization, so that you learn how to be okay with walking away from things that you have given your loyalty to that don't deserve it. Little luxuries. Generates luxurious experiences and surroundings. Prosperity. A prosperous business with riches and success. So you are going to find success and riches elsewhere. When you decide to walk away from this, you are going to have a lot of opportunities pouring into you that are really going to bring you a lot of success. And it's because you have chosen to go with your gut instinct that you are worth more than this place is able to give back to you. And so you are going to go plant your seeds in somewhere that is actually a fertile field, because this field is not fertile, not for you. So that is the answer to your question. And we are going to get back to the collective messages that the divine has for us for now, unless anybody else is ready to ask a question. A mother's love. You're welcome. Thank you for coming to ask. And I am so excited for you and what you have coming to you too. A mother's love. You don't see the love that I pour. You don't look back as you run out the door, blinded to the light that I bring. Unimportant is the song I sing. But here I am every day, still trying to have my say, trying to pour love down your throat, hoping that some will stay and coat. I love you, beautiful child of mine. I hope someday you see the sign. You know what? I wrote this because of my own damn kids, but it also made me think about my mom and all the crap she's put up with from me the last couple of years. And I sent her a song the other day by Tupac called Dear Mama. I don't know if you've heard that song, and I haven't been to prison or anything, but you know what? I put my mom through hell a lot, and she was a single mother as well, raising 5 of us kids, kind of in the ghetto. So it's very relatable. And she was really happy about that song, actually. She really enjoyed that. Funny that you can say your mom enjoys Tupac. My mom's one of my favorite. My mom was so funny. She didn't listen to music for so many years. Like a lot of years, she did not listen to music. And so she started listening to music when I was around like 12. My uncle moved down to us and she started listening to some of his music, but then she started listening to some of our music. One of my mom's favorite songs when I was growing up was I Like Big Butts. And it was so great because she has a big butt, but it was just great because it was like, wow, a mom who likes rap music, what? And it was so unexpected because, yeah, my mom just did not seem like the type to enjoy something like that. She broke my Friday movie because, and then she sat there telling me that, well, you know what, I don't like you watching that anyway because it promotes drug use. And I was like, you know what, it doesn't promote drug use. It shows you how bad your day can go if you use drugs, actually. I would really appreciate if you would go away and get off my channel because I really do not like that energy at all. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. My true God is my true God, and you can go eat a dick. I don't regret my past because it makes my future. You are finally releasing the past. Forgiveness and letting go are true blessings after holding on and drowning in the poison that it created for so long. You are on the right path. Keep going. No turning back now. You will be able to handle the triggers with grace and dignity. You have learned so much, especially in the self-love and self-esteem area, which is exactly why I just told that person to eat a dick and get off my channel. That's about all the energy and time I got for that bullshit. Gypsy blood. The wind in my hair beckons me to live my life wild and free. Gypsy blood runs in these veins, horses' hooves on empty plains. My heart races in my chest. I know I won't fail this test. It's time to move. I know it's true. This passion fills far too few. Standing still is not my thing. Rhythm makes my heart sing. Stepping up to the plate, my passions I will truly sate. So, you are definitely learning to release and let go of the past hurt and trauma that you went through, possibly with a mother figure, and you may even be dealing with some of that yourself with your own children and realizing maybe some of what your mother may have went through in the past as well. And you are really learning how to let go of things and be able to be good with living your life the way that you want to live it, regardless of what anybody else thinks about that. Love is my religion is the song that came to mind when I was just telling that person what I told them. You know what? I don't judge. I don't condemn. I don't convert. I appreciate everybody in their own unique differences, and I believe that there can be wisdom found in every religion that there is. And there can also be nasty and horrible things found in every single one of them, no matter what religion it is. Period. And I really don't like when people want to tell you that you're going to go to hell for being who you are, things like that. It's bullshit and it's awful and it's horrible that they would use something that is supposed to be about wisdom and love to hurt people and to condemn people and to make people feel like shit because they aren't like them and they aren't stuck in some sort of little box that they want them to be in. But yeah, you're learning how to overcome a lot of that kind of shit, dealing with other people and their judgments and the way that people see you and whether or not it's okay to live your life the way that you want to live your life. The star, strength, learning how not to give your energy to everybody else and take away from yourself in the process, learning how not to do things that are just pleasing everyone else, learning that dedication, hard work, and going down this long, rough journey is bringing you so much emotional stability and strength, and you are really able to overcome anything now because you have been able to tame the demons that are inside of yourself, and you have been able to maintain your hope, your faith, your trust, and your peace throughout all of the times of chaos that have been thrown your way. You are now able to delve into your emotions while still remaining grounded and strong. And you are really taking up the reins of courage to be able to make the changes in your life that you want to make and to be able to really connect to, forgive, and let go of the issues of the past. Release the judgment of yourself and of others. Communication. Wonder how that other person's feeling? Well, then ask them. Wish that they knew how you were feeling? Well, then tell them. You've just been drafted into the communication army, where there is a strict do ask, do tell policy. Speak with kindness and with gentleness and reach an understanding. If you don't, assumption will just make asses out of everyone, including the person who came up with that aorphism. Aphorism? Aphorism? Aphorism. That's what it is. Aphorism. No need to do. I always say that word wrong every time I read that card. I am exactly where I need to be. Exactly when I need to be. There is nothing more that I need to do. I mean, yes, there will always be laundry and taxes, but in terms of my life's path, I don't need to do anything because I am already here. I take a deep breath, I relax, and I trust, and then I do the laundry. And you know what? Understanding and realizing that everything that is meant to be will be. And just letting go and releasing the need to control things or to overwork yourself into the ground, feeling like you're not doing enough because you are doing enough. Yeah, communication, networking, really reaching out and talking to people, seeing things from a higher perspective and starting to pick up on those little details you may have missed in the past, really understanding things in a different way because you're seeing them from the other person's shoes now. You know how they always say, walk a mile in my shoes and then make a judgment? Well, now you're starting to see from the other person's shoes that you may have judged harshly in the past, exactly what they were going through. And now you are starting to really forgive them and forgive yourself, and you're starting to be okay with where you are and with what you're going through. Trying to keep you in a state of confusion and lack, they are warping your views of yourself. They are scared of you knowing your own true power and the changes that you could really make. Believe in yourself, love yourself, and know that you are here for a reason. Some worst cases may even have you contemplating suicide. Do not give away your greatest gift. Focus on gratitude instead. Hi, Dom Dom. Nice to see you again. So you may have a lot of skills with connecting to the angels, I'm going to go with connecting to lost souls, people who have passed on and moved to the other side. And you are receiving a lot of messages, a lot of insight, a lot of awareness about things going on. And you could definitely have some people that are really not happy about the way that you have chosen to live your life and the things you have chosen to believe in. And you could definitely be dealing with a lot of you could be dealing with community-based level of attack and turning against you, and people that really do not like their feathers ruffled or their way of thinking challenged. And you could definitely be dealing with a lot of things that maybe in the past you might have saw other people go through, and you might have been on the other side of that in some sort of way as well. Okay, I will definitely check into that. Thank you. So let's see. Is your ex hiding more than what he told you today? Oh my God, I killed them. Why? I woke up with sweat pouring down my face, realizing that it was all a dream. Thank God. I can't tell anyone about this, but what if it isn't a dream next time? I am so angry that they exposed me, and they feel so much better than me. These are all projections of anger, pain, and insecurity at the world seeing you for who you really are. Right now, it is subconscious anger, and trust me, you are hurting the same people in real life, holding them back, keeping them stuck, and being pissed when they resist your control. He admitted to hurting me and manipulating me, and he was very hurt himself and very angry at you, possibly because you may have exposed him for a lot of the things that he was doing. And that is a lot of the reason why he was hurting you. He may have actually had a dream about killing you. Not sure. I will say that I'm pretty sure my ex did about killing me, my mom, and my kids. Something's off. Let's see. Wow. Yeah. He was feeling very left out in the cold, watching you have a lot of fun, watching you go after what you want, watching you grow, learn, inspire, watching you be this sexy, fiery, feisty person, maybe even flirting with other people. He might have been on the outside looking in, watching some of the interactions you may have had with other people, watching you have fun. That kind of thing. I feel like you guys are definitely mirroring a lot of the energies back and forth as well. You guys are definitely going through some mirroring. You had a dream about him hurting you. Okay. So he could have been really thinking hard on wanting to hurt you, maybe even dreaming about it himself, which could have came over into your dreams as well, because that can definitely happen. But I feel like he may have definitely been feeling very left out. He may not have told you this, but he was definitely feeling very left out, like he was on the outside looking in. Maybe he was feeling like he was there for you. He was the one to take care of you and love you, and you left him, and he didn't deserve it. Yeah, was he okay? So was he really upset when you went to school and trying to talk you out of it? And not necessarily in a way where he's saying, oh, don't go to school, but in a way where he's going, I'm not going to help you out with that, or you're not going to be able to do it, or things like that. Because a lot of times when they're very insecure, feeling like they're going to be abandoned, feeling like you're going to walk away and leave them out in the cold like that, it comes out that way. And I'm not saying it's right, but that's definitely a lot of what happens. And the sad part is you were working hard, not just for you, you were working hard for both of you. And he could have just went with the flow. He could have, rode the wave, and he could have trusted it, but he chose not to. And that's why you walked away from him. You had to take your power back. You had to step into your confidence, and you had to go for what you wanted. And yeah. And he may want to apologize, but he may be very indecisive about whether or not he wants to apologize. He sees that he was very controlling in the past. He sees how he behaved. He sees that he was a dictator in a lot of ways, and that his intuition was completely blocked up by his constant overthinking and indecision, and thinking that you might cheat on him, or that you might walk away from him or leave him out in the cold. And if he took care of you that whole time and then got left out in the cold while you went on to bigger, better things, It was all this big thing that was going on inside of him. He supported you. Well, at least he supported you then. But I feel like he thinks that he needs to apologize for something. Did he go extremely cold when you guys split up? Nice. That's pretty awesome. Something still feels off. I would listen to your intuition and definitely, let's see. Yeah. Something is kind of off. I feel like a lot of what's off is he like trying to, does it feel like he's trying to show off? Or like he might be, I don't know, there's like this passive aggressive, showy energy where I think maybe he saw your beauty, but he didn't see your brains as much as your beauty. And now that he sees that you have much more to you than just meets the eye, that maybe he's feeling very guilty about some of the things that he had going on inside himself, even if he didn't bring them to the surface and say them. And maybe he's wanting to apologize about some of those things as well that you didn't actually get to see. Rachel, you can Cash App or PayPal me the money and we can do a question for you. Both of those are in my description box below. Yeah, there's definitely, I can understand why you're feeling a little off about this energy, because there's this controlling energy, there's this passive aggressive energy. Maybe he's wanting to build that trust again so he can walk away from you is possible, so he could hurt you the way that you hurt him. I don't know. It's so the worst of his mistakes, but it still feels like he's holding something back. I'm going to grab some different cards because let's see if they can explain it in a way that makes more sense. Okay, so he's having a really hard time letting go of this because he's like drowning in the shame, the guilt, the regret. He's judging himself so harshly that he can't see any open doors in front of him. And he's looking back on the past, just stuck in it. He may really need to cry. Maybe he's holding back that he did cry. But I feel like you brought so much fertility, growth, love, and light to his life, and he judged you harshly in some sort of way. And it's like he feels this sadness and loss and this regret and remorse over losing the friendship and the love that he had with you, and feeling like nothing could ever come back from it because of whatever it is that he did. I think it is his emotions, because he's very much in his emotions. You may want to try, if it's completely over, you may want to try doing some sort of cord cutting session or something along those lines to make sure that you are separating those ties completely so that he can move forward and let this go. So, thank you, Dom Dom, and thank you, Rachel. Will I get my resolution with my daughter soon? My parents have been brainwashing her. I believe that I need truth. You're welcome. So let's see. I can understand the pain of that. I've had a lot of brainwashing going on with my own. Playfulness and joy finds you where once annoyance took hold. You are ready to open back up. Do it in a balanced way. I got this exact message before I started this reading for myself. Do it in a balanced way. You are going to be enjoying life and all eyes will be on you as you do so. Many options and doors will be opening up due to this energetic shift. Danny and the Phantoms has a song called, I don't know if it's called All Eyes on You, but I think it's called All Eyes on You. Someone is upset that you chose happiness and peace over the drama and chaos. You decided that you were no longer a player in their game, and now they are playing alone, but soon there will be a game over. They will get bored or caught at it. So somebody's going to get caught at what they've been doing here. Your kids may actually even catch on and notice what's going on here. They may, where they once were blind to these things, they may start to notice and piece together these things, the lies and things like that they told them. My mother-in-law told my children that I abandoned them and walked away from my family. I am still living in this town here at their beck and call every day, and I am here because I love them and I would never abandon them. But they feel like I abandoned them because their mother-in-law told them that. And I feel like when you're around your children, let all of it go. Let all of the problems go, all the chaos go. Try not to talk about any of those things going on. Just enjoy your time with them together. Play, have fun, do the things that you guys used to do that you had a lot of fun at, and make sure that you're not letting those people get in the way of that. He admitted to hearing tell him he hurt me when we were intimate for the first time, but he ignored it and I assumed that he didn't hear me, but he admitted to hearing me. You're welcome. It's okay. Yeah. He could definitely be feeling a lot of regret over that as well, too, then. Sorry, Rachel. Courage. No one is fearless. No one. But even though I am not fearless, I am courageous. When fear shows up, I don't run away from it. I use my courage to conquer it. My courage allows me to walk right up to that fear and to kick it in the nuts, and then quickly hide behind someone bigger until it goes away. So the courage to face this and to not shrink away, to not allow what they're saying to cause you to cower or hide away. Instead, continue being the person that you are, the loving, beautiful mom that you are, and don't allow them and their crap to get in the way of that, or to cause you to drop down into their vibrations, or to play the same role that they are. I have allowed myself at times to get into that, so if you have, don't be too hard on yourself, but try from now here on out not to be doing that. Ultimate potential. I choose to live a life of my fullest potential. I trust that this will draw me towards experiences and people that support my growth and my accomplishments. Tuning into this frequency, I now reach higher heights than I ever thought possible. Knowing that's an option, why would I have ever tuned into anything else? And I am looking at you, smooth jazz and talk radio. Communication. Wonder how that other person's feeling? Ask them. Wish they knew how you were feeling? Tell them. So talk to your kids. Talk to your kids. You've just been drafted into the communication army, where it's a strict do ask, do tell policy. Speak with kindness and with gentleness and reach an understanding. If you don't, assumption will just make asses out of everyone, including the person who came up with that aorphism. So have the courage to speak up and express what you need to express. Make sure that you do it in a balanced way. And know that your hard efforts are going to pay off. It takes a lot of commitment, a lot of persistence, and it is a long journey, but it is well worth the slow, steady pace that is going to have to take place to repair the damage done here. No need to do. I am exactly where I need to be, exactly when I need to be, and there's nothing more I need to do. I mean, yes, there will always be laundry and taxes, but in terms of my life's path, I don't need to do anything because I'm already here. I take a deep breath, relax, and trust, and then I do the laundry. So relax and trust that your children love you. It doesn't matter what anybody else does or says. Nobody could ever sever the bond that you have with them. They just really can't. The only person who could actually sever that bond is you, by responding to their bullshit in a bad way. So try to respond and react in ways that are very balanced, very grounded, and make sure that you're being very open and honest with your kids and talking to them about things. Talk to them about what's going on in their life, what they did in school, how they're feeling, what they're going through. Make sure that you are letting them know that it's okay to open up to you, that it's okay to be comfortable in your presence, and that you are going to hold their confidence when they tell you things as well. You've been working very hard, and you are building a very strong support net for your children. Your children know that they can turn to you in their times of need. They know that you will be there waiting for them. And that's all you can really do. And when the time is right, things will repair. You really have the ability to be able to repair things in this situation. Definitely. So that's what I got for your question. Thank you for being here and trusting me with that. I know that is definitely a big deal. So unless anybody else wants to ask another question, I'm going to do some more collective messages. Awakening. We all have differences, it's plain to see. We all have differences, even me. Love yourself every day. Love yourself in every way. Spread that love for others to see. This is what will set you free. Live in love, live in light. Everything will be all right. Try to see things from their side. It will help the fears subside. Push past fear, ego, and pride, and then comes the part where you truly confide. Have faith, trust, and belief. Don't let fear be your thief. And this is reminding me of the kids one that I just did too, because that's what helps a lot in being able to confess and talk and communicate with honesty. Wow. Throat chakra. You may want to work on your throat chakra as well. You're welcome. You know, there's no exact time, but it's going to take a fair amount of time. With the Knight of Pentacles coming out, that is a slow, long, hard journey, but it's going to be worth it in the end. Don't worry about how long it's taking. Don't worry about how fast the progress is. Just know that that progress adds up, and it will make a bond that no one could ever sever, simply because you are taking the time and effort to put into it. They know that they are important to you, and now you are going to be showing them just how important by putting in that time and energy and effort. Stop worrying. Get out more. You are enough. Possibilities await. Open up. Be yourself. Don't hide. Know yourself. Knowledge is power. Loyalty to self first. Peace is within. Balance. Calm your mind. Cleanse your energy. Guide me home. 6 years is a long time. Wow. You know what? Maybe it's getting to that point now then where it's going to start coming back together. Choosing to free yourself and choosing to express your love, whether it's returned or not, is going to be the best thing for you. It really is. Choosing to express yourself in a stable place emotionally and letting them know how you feel without expecting a return from them. Just put that love out there. Write it down if you need to. Write it down and send it to them in a letter, and then let go and work on your own things and free yourself from it, and they will come back. Listen to your intuition, love. You know where you belong. Peace comes to you now. Go after your dreams. Find your heart space. Visit nature. Light up your mind. It will light up your life. Ground yourself. Open up to receiving. Release all your worries. Find your center. Forgiveness and connection. Congratulations, you're being given one of the most powerful superpowers there is, forgiveness. Imagine that you have just been bitten by a radioactive forgiver. The point is you suddenly have the ability to forgive people for all of their flaws, their bad days, their unkind moments, and their mistakes. And the best thing about forgiveness is that you can apply it to yourself too. Have fun wielding your new power, but remember, with great forgiveness comes great inner peace. Connection. I am connected to the multitudes and I can access their support at any time. Even a stranger offers a sense of comfort when they smile at me or make a dumb comment about the weather. Everyone is waiting to connect. All I need to do is open myself up and pay attention. Take those opportunities. Note to self, work on witty banter about weather-related stuff. So strike up conversations with people around you. You know, some of you may be feeling like you're a little odd or awkward, or like you just wouldn't fit in, or there's nobody who would get you, things like that. We all have differences, it's plain to see. But everyone has those differences, and it's okay to be different. It's no fun when everybody's all the same anyway. It just really isn't. The High Priestess, Justice, and Three of Cups. So, the nice part about just being able to be authentically you and really enjoy yourself and express yourself and be okay with the fact that everybody's going to be different and everybody's going to have different thoughts or opinions or views and everybody's going to have their own little quirks and stuff, is the fact that you can accept yours and you can express them without worry, without fears of being looked down on or shunned or things like that. And just being able to be you like that allows you to attract in people that are more like you, that are more on your level, that are really more like soul family to you. I feel like getting out and having fun and having a good time is very important for the collective right now. Really being okay with being able to go out even if there isn't anybody with you, and knowing that it's okay to just walk up and start talking to somebody. There's nothing wrong with that. Some people may look at you weird, but that's their problem. It's not your problem. So go find somebody else to walk up to and talk to, and maybe that person will look at you with a smile because they're like, oh shit, somebody's actually talking to me. I was really hoping somebody would talk to me today. I get so sick of not being able to talk to anybody because everybody's in their own little world and everybody looks at you weird when you decide to strike up a conversation. Do it anyway. Enjoy yourself, have fun, and know that in doing so, that everything that you put out is going to be coming back to you. Justice a lot of times is about that karmic cycle being played out. When you enjoy yourself and you enjoy your life and you live in your true light and you really be who you truly are and express that, then you will draw in all of those same energies to you. People who are wanting to have fun, people who are wanting to express themselves and be themselves, and people who really enjoy life and want to enjoy life with you. Listen to your intuition and trust and know that good times are ahead and good things are coming in for you. Good things are just over the horizon. Somewhere over the rainbow is coming to mind right now. Somewhere over the rainbow. That's all I got for the moment. I don't know why that always happens. I know the lyrics to so many damn songs, but every time I get on here, it's like all the lyrics leave my head and I don't know them anymore. Or if I try to get up and sing in front of people, that happens sometimes too. Not as bad as on here for some reason though. Maybe I'm just meant to sing that one little part of it. Tree of Life, true wisdom and making good choices in life. So really listening to your true wisdom, listening to your higher self, and making the good choices in life, making choices that are beneficial for yourself, beneficial for others, choices that make you happy, choices that make you enjoy your life. Not being afraid to express yourself, not being afraid to really dive into what makes you passionate, what inspires you, and really knowing that fertility and growth comes from taking those risks and those chances. Not getting sidetracked or distracted either by fears or worries is really going to be very helpful too. So unless somebody else was wanting to ask a question, then I am going to move on to the next thing that Spirit wants to talk about with us today. Oh, hey, I really love Moonlight Scorpio's songs that she's got on here. I have some of them in my High Vibe playlist. She's got some great songs on here, and I really wanted to give her a shout out at some point in my readings, and it popped out tonight. So Gotta thank the universe for all that I receive. Anything is possible if you just believe. I've been manifesting money. You know I got receipts. I attract abundance. I know I will receive. Money flow quickly, money flow easily. Every dime I spend back in my pockets times three. Money flow thickly, money flow swiftly. For the good of all and harm to none, it's on its way to me. I'm not doing this very well right now. I am protected. I am connected. I am at peace. My bank account happy. I'm taking care of me. Don't got nobody else to please. I'm grateful for all I got already. I'm complete. So, knowing that right now in this moment you are complete, but that you are attracting a lot of abundance, a lot of fertility, a lot of growth into your life, a lot of good things are coming your way, and you are happy right now, and that's what's going to bring those things to you more. What you put out comes back to you. When you're in a good, positive, joy-filled energy and feeling, that feeling comes back to you in many different ways around you. When you're in that attitude of gratitude, it really brings in so many prosperous good things to you. And when you're in a position like I'm in, sometimes it's really hard to stay in that energy. But I have definitely noticed that when I get into that nasty, ick-filled energy, there isn't anything good coming. But when I get into that good, upbeat, happy-go-lucky feeling, there's a lot of good things that pour in my way. Or like the other day, when I was dealing with the lady that I was cleaning for that shorted me on the money, and I questioned it, and then she sent me a smiley face, and I waited a little while, tempered my reaction, but I addressed that and told her that, you know what, if that's the only response you got, I'm not coming back next week. And she apologized. She was groveling and wanting me to come back, and I was like, you know what, I have to think about this for a minute. And then I told her, no, I'm good. The money isn't worth it. I found somewhere else that I can take showers. It's a lady that's been giving me eggs for a little while, and now I can help her out in exchange for the eggs she's been giving me and for the showers. And I don't got money coming in from that, but I know that I'll have it coming in from somewhere else. And making that choice and doing what was best for me and what was right for me, and walking away from somebody that actually the first time she apologized, she tried to blame it on me and was like, oh, don't get all pissy, blah, blah, blah. And then she started apologizing, and then the next message she sent me when I didn't respond was completely different, and she took the whole blame. Yeah, I don't really want to be around that energy anymore. People that are going to blame me for responding to the bullshit situation they put me in. And I responded with a very tempered reaction. I could have blown up on her. I could have lost my shit, and I could have told her to go fuck herself, but I didn't. I gave her a chance to explain what she had to say, and I just really don't want to deal with that anymore. So I told her no. But the moment I did, I went into Maverick to go to the bathroom and to get a drink. And I was standing in line, and the guy in front of me is like, is that all you have? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, I'll get that for you. Don't worry about it. And he paid for my drink. And that's a lot of times how the universe tells me that I'm on the right track. So doing the things that are good for you is definitely you're going to notice that good things happen when you make good choices for yourself. That the universe is behind you, encouraging you and cheering you on. And they will show you in little ways like that. So there is a very big transformation energy going on with the collective right now. The heart space is really healing and glowing up. You are really learning how to set those boundaries and effective places, learning how to protect your own energy, learning how to stay in your own emotions instead of falling into everyone else's emotions and allowing those emotions to weigh you down or hurt you or cause you to feel anything from the projections they want to put on you. The projections of others are no longer affecting your heart space and making you feel like less of a person, basically. Level Up, Ciara. Motivation, Normani. Motivation, Kelly Rowland. An ex-lover, husband, or boyfriend. You put in so much work and tried so hard to get them to believe in themselves as you did, and now you're winning. You tried so hard to get them to see that you wanted them, but they couldn't. They couldn't see that you wanted them. They couldn't see that you loved them. They couldn't see that they were amazing. All they saw was their flaws, their hurt, their pain, their not perfectness, and they had placed you on this pedestal, and you walked away because you couldn't deal with the toxicity of it anymore, and now you're winning. Now you're glowing up, you're leveling up, you are really becoming a very big success. You are giving people motivation to change, to grow. You are inspiring people to follow your footsteps and to believe in themselves the way that you have believed in yourself. I was so hurt. Wow, a lot of people just jumped on. I feel like there's a lot of people in love things right now. I was so hurt. I felt betrayed and left out in the cold. No matter what you did or how you were there for me, I could not see it. I didn't want to. After everything I did to you in my projections, I didn't feel like I deserved any of it. I thought that your kindness and love for me was stupid and that you deserved better, so I pushed you away. You were the only one there for me. I was mired in so much self-pity, self-hate, and was blaming everything on you. I am sorry that I let you down. I'm so sorry that you believed in me. I am sorry that I hurt you, and I am sorry I tried to take everything from you and ruin your good name. You deserved better than that. Don't waste your time on me. Reach for the sky. I know that you can accomplish anything, even if I tried to convince you otherwise, because I was scared that you would see you deserved better and that you would find it somewhere else. So, there may be somebody that wants to come in and apologize to you for the pain they caused you, for the hurt they caused you, for all of their own crap. They may be in some sort of self-pity mode, or they may be in some sort of still feeling like they are just worthless garbage and trash and you shouldn't even lower yourself to talk to them, let alone actually forgive them. But they want to come in and apologize and tell you that they feel this way, and to explain maybe parts of the reasons why they did what they did. Joy. To enjoy something, I simply need to add joy to it. Joy is like butter. I can put it on anything and it'll make it way better. Today, I will add joy to everything. I will really slather it on there. Today, I am the Orville Redenbacher of joy, and life's popcorn is about to get it. Vitality. I am healthy and vital and strong. My radiant love of life fills me with healthy, vital, and strong cells. Each cell is a warrior. Everyone has its own sword and shield. I dare you to try to penetrate my cellular army. Didn't think so, chump. So you are feeling very joy-filled, very hopeful, very vibrant, very positive and upbeat and optimistic, and you are just filled with a lot of vitality, a lot of beauty right now. Radiance is just pouring off of you, and people are seeing this. People are admiring this. This is really making people want to step up their game. People are feeling very inspired by you to level up, and in the past, you might have dealt with people who did not feel inspired by you to level up, but wanted to knock you down instead. And you chose not to allow those people to knock you down. So now you are running into people of a different caliber that are ready to level up instead, that are ready to meet you on your level, that are motivated by you and your success and the beauty that you radiate because of that success. Water. Work with the element of water for healing, purification, and refinement. It is very good for protection as well. For energy cleansing, healing, and protection, one of the best things that there is to do that I love doing is when you're taking a shower, or a bath even, but when you're taking a shower, you let the water run down you and wash all of that negative energy off. Imagine all of it washing down you and down the drain, and all of it leaving your body. And as it does, allow all of your muscles to relax and all the tension to leave your body. Feel that calm, beautiful energy coming in. See it coming in around you and filling you up with light and love and purity and hope and joy. And then protect that energy. I like to protect it with a crystal ball around it and then little shards of mirror around that, so that any negative energy coming in bounces straight off me and back to you. It's kind of like I'm rubber, you're glue. Whatever you say to me bounces off me and sticks to you. It's that kind of energy. Any negative energy coming in goes straight back to the person sending it, and I am in my own energetic bubble and I am feeling good. I can still pick up on other people's energies because I'm very clairsentient, but those energies do not weigh me down. They don't become my own. They are not absorbed into me, so that I can go around and I can transmute energy instead of absorbing it myself. The elements of fire, air, earth, and water combine to create a powerful protective boundary, spiritual, mental, physical, and emotional. So working with the elements is going to be very effective for you as well in purifying your energy. Some crystals would probably be very beneficial for you. Clear quartz, rose quartz, citrine, aventurine, jade. Those are going to be some very good crystals for you. Citrine is for hope, faith, joy, optimism, keeping your happiness alive. Clear quartz, it energizes all the rest of the stones and enhances their abilities, but it is also for protection. It is for spirituality. It is for energy clearing and protecting. Obsidian is very good for energy protection as well. And aventurine and jade are very good for heart healing. They're very good for abundance, for fertility, for growth, for luck, for joy. For emotional protection, basically. The Tower, the Nine of Wands, and the Ten of Cups. So there's going to be a shocking moment for you. A shocking moment for you. You've been working very slow, steadily, solidly towards your goals. Slow and steady wins the race. I told somebody that the other night when they were bitching that, oh, I need to go get a job right now and blah, blah. And I was like, you know what? I work my ass off every day. I may not have a lot yet, but it will come. And I am just fine doing what I am doing because slow and steady wins the race. And I know that instant gratification sure as hell doesn't. I watched enough people in my family do that I know that slow and steady is the best way to go. Because at the end of the day, I don't want to be 80 years old living in the gutter because I have absolutely nothing because I went ahead and went with the instant gratification. I'd rather build something steady and stable and solid up. You are building something steady, stable, and solid up in your love life because of your ability to get in this high vibrational energy and this positive energy. You are spreading love, light, happiness, and joy all around you, and that is all going to come back to you. Your family is going to be affected by that. Your partnerships are going to be affected by that. Everything that you are dealing with is going to be affected by that level of positivity that you are radiating and your level of energy protection and healing that you are doing. You have been through the ringer and you have been through so much, but you are making it look like it is absolutely nothing to go through, and you are inspiring everybody else to make that same journey too. People are watching you. They are observing you. They are seeing what you're doing. They are really shocked by your ability to be able to hold up under the amount of pressure and stress that you have had to endure. And really, you have had so many things fall apart for you, but you are almost out of this energy and into this energy of beauty and happiness and joy. The promised land is coming to mind. You have been putting in so much effort to create life around you, and that life is just encompassing you. Hey, by the way, this looks like that crystal ball I was talking about putting around your energy as well earlier. So that fits in nicely. So unless somebody wants to ask one last question, I'm going to do one more message from the divine and then call it good for tonight's session. So, last collective message. Others never gave you the recognition or acceptance that you deserved. Look internally for the validation. It is the only one that can't be taken, unless you let it be. If you can't acknowledge yourself, you'll never see it from others either. So accept yourself, recognize yourself, pat yourself on the back, give yourself a great congratulatory hug because you damn well deserve it, and you know you do. And that's the only way you're going to be able to see it from the outside is if you give it to yourself first. I get so excited every time that I hear your voice or see your face. I love to play with you, and you always pick the best toys too. My bowls are almost never empty. If they are some days, it's because you're really sad and I don't even care anymore because I just want to make you smile again. I got a lot of sadness during that, so whoever is saying that to you, they really get very sad when you get sad. If you have a pet, then this is about your pet. Could be about your kids, could be about a lover. You definitely are somebody who is a very good caretaker, lover, nurturer. You are somebody who is there to take care of people, love people, really generous, kind, giving, nurturing, caring. And sometimes people who are doing that do not get anywhere near the recognition that they deserve. But sometimes they get that recognition and they don't even see it because they aren't recognizing themselves. They aren't giving themselves the credit due. They aren't believing that what they are doing is making a difference. So you really need to see that you make a difference in the lives of others around you, and you are very appreciated and cared for. Very loved. A new home may be in your future. Don't be afraid of these changes. Change is the only constant. If you avoid it or you try to stop it, it will still happen, just not so smoothly. This is actually reminding me of the other message a little bit with the tower hitting. There's going to be some changes coming. They may be shocking. They may really disrupt your foundation. They may cause you to feel like you're going into uncomfortable waters that you're not okay with, but don't worry so much. Give your fears, your worries, and your doubts up to those that you pray to, and just allow yourself to go with the flow and be okay with the new things coming into your life. Change is an equal energy opportunity, and it can be bad or it can be good. There is just as equal of a chance of it being good as it is bad. So hope for the good and know that if there is bad that comes up, you can handle it. A change in thought. Dee's StoryTime is the name of my other channel too, and you can find the link in my description box if you want to be able to find these poems as well. I haven't mentioned that at all tonight, so I thought I'd mention it really quick. A change in thought. As I sit and ponder life, my mind is filled with chaos and strife. Taking time to find the peace allows the clamoring thoughts to cease. I see myself in a new light, one that fills me with new fight. Release the old to let in new. Thoughts I think are like glue. Negative thinking keeps me stuck in the past. Positive thinking can work pretty fast. Rewiring my mind to think in new ways, filling my inner child with bright new praise. So it's time to start reparenting yourself, to start telling yourself when you're doing a good job, to start telling yourself when you succeeded and how proud you are of everything that you have accomplished and everything you have made it through. And to tell yourself, say when you go to drop off your kid at school for the first day and your kid's so scared and nervous, what do you say to them? Do you say, "Oh, you should be scared and nervous because this could happen and this could happen and this could happen. Oh my God, it could be the worst day in your life," kind of like you do sometimes in your own head? No, you tell that kid that, "Hey, I know you're a little scared and nervous and worried, but think about all the good things that could happen today. You could meet a new friend, or you could end up having a really good lunch today, and it might be the best lunch you've ever had. Who knows the good things that could happen? So don't be worried. Don't be afraid. Everything's going to be okay." That's how you help them feel good. Thank you so much, Chris. Anger reigns. Time to change. Let all your anger float away. No more poison for today. Anger eating at my soul makes me feel less than whole. Forgiveness brings peace that sets me free. Letting go is the key. Don't allow your power to be taken, or the light within to be shaken. Free your mind of the pain, a gentle, soft, cleansing rain. Healing fills your mind this time, healing from this very rhyme. So, you're learning how to let go of the anger at people for feeling like they took advantage of you, feeling like they didn't care, feeling like they didn't put in as much time or effort, feeling like they didn't recognize how beautiful you were, how amazing you were, all the different things that you did for them. And instead going, "Hey, sometimes they may not have seen it, but that's okay. Sometimes I might not have seen when other people did things for me too. I know what I did. I know what they did. And nothing I can do from this moment on is going to be able to change any of that. But what I can do is decide to let things be and just be okay with things working out the way they did. And it doesn't make me any less of a person that things worked out the way that they did. I'm still an amazing person. Just because things didn't work out perfect doesn't mean that I am not beautiful." balancing out your feminine and masculine energy. And I feel like getting more in touch with your feminine energy again and being okay with being that soft, open, vulnerable, sensitive, intuitive being that you are, and not feeling like others are just taking advantage of that, but also still having that hard, unyielding, unbending side with boundaries in place. Realizing that, yes, sometimes this bright, beautiful flame attracts moss, but that's okay. And it doesn't make it the end of the world. There definitely could have been a heartbreak in the past that took place, something that really broke your heart, made you feel just very hurt, betrayed, sad, lonely. I feel like there is definitely somebody that wants to come in and fight for a connection with you, that wants to really overcome the constant fight inside their mind and go after what they truly want. Somebody really wants to, they may even want to come in and defend your name and defend your character and really light the world on fire. They really want a transformation to take place here. Somebody may really seriously want to commit to you. And because of the moth in the past that was attracted to your flame, your heart was hurt. And you may not be so receptive to that, which is why I was saying there's this need to get into this energy of being more open, vulnerable, and receptive, and more able to give again without feeling like it's just going to be thrown in the trash or stepped on or not appreciated in some sort of way. To know that you have learned and grown and gain a lot of wisdom and knowledge from the past, you are meant to be a very strong leader. But in order to be this strong leader, you need to be able to go after what you want, and you need to be able to set aside those past hurts and heartbreaks and know that all of those things went into making you who you are, making you this person who has this knowledge and this wisdom to offer to the world around you. And this knowledge and wisdom that you have to offer the world around you is going to draw in people that are hurt, people that are in this lower vibrational energy. But as long as you are in your high vibe energy and you are not absorbing the energy of others, but transmuting it, which is what an empath is here to do, we can get stuck in that enabling and absorbing energy. But when we pull ourselves out of that and detach a little bit, then we can be in this transmutation energy instead, where we are able to deal with those people and not take on their energies, not take on their burdens, but be able to help them from a good distance and be able to get them on their path again without feeling like it's tearing down our path as well. There's something that you may be wanting to fight for too. And if that is the case, you're being asked to take action to go after what you want. That was weird. It reconnected for some reason right there. So that is pretty much what I have for tonight's reading. I really hope you guys enjoyed this, and I really enjoyed being here talking to you guys. And I hope you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye-bye, guys.